Okay, so West has got an interesting hand here. It's not very good. It's 4-3-3-3, which is a very balanced shape, which isn't usually very conducive to making lots of tricks, and only 6 points. So not a particularly good hand. However, we are responding to an overcall, and our partner just so happens to have overcalled in the best suit. Best for two reasons. One, we have most of them, and two, spades over hearts is a very useful feature to have because you can push the opponent a level up, and maybe again, depending on how many times you bid. So the way in which you want to bid in response to an overcall, if you have 10 points or fewer, i.e. your hand isn't particularly very good, you want to bid on the level of the fit, which it ties in with the total trumps principle. So what that means is our partner has promised 5 spades, we have 4 spades, 5 plus 4 makes 9, which means if spades are trumps, which we're going to try and make them, that means we'll make 9 tricks. Now that isn't explicitly true, but the total trumps principle says it's very likely to be true. So if you have 9 cards, if you have a 9-card fit, 9 cards in a suit, in this case spades, as the overcallers, you bid for 9 tricks. Straight away, no messing, straight there, irrespective of points. Now that's something that's hard to get your head around, because you're effectively bidding on a fit and not strength. So a lot of players with this hand would bid 2 spades, because 6 to 9 points and a spade fit. But that is the opener and responders methodology of bidding, when you bid on values rather than bidding on fit. So north and south in this instance, 12 points to open, 6 to 9 points to raise. That is standard constructive bidding. The overcallers is destructive bidding. Your job is to ruin the opener and the responders bidding by getting in the way. Especially good when you have spades because they're so destructive. So the idea behind West's bid here is purely based on the fit, and the level of the fit is 9, so we should bid for 9 tricks. It doesn't really matter if we can make 9 tricks or not, because if we bid 3 spades and go, let's say, 1 off, which is not impossible to be true because our hand isn't very good, that suggests that it's still a good score because we've given the opponents 50 instead of letting them make 110, 140 if we'd allowed them to play in hearts. And the way it works is it's like a double-edged sword. If your hand is really, really bad, that means they are incredibly likely to make their contract. So you still bid the level of the fit and you go down and it's still a good score. But if your hand isn't so bad, or your partner has extra points to spare, you might make your contract, which means it's still a good score then. So you either win or win. You either make it and get a good score, or you go down, which means they would have made their contract and therefore get a good score. Now obviously these are sweeping statements, every hand is unique, and there probably is a hand you could create where bidding 3 spades is too much and bidding 2 spades wins because they can't make 3 hearts. But generally speaking, 9-card fit as overcallers, you bid for 9 tricks. Especially true when not vulnerable, especially true with spades over hearts. So for me, everything is pointing towards aggression. And when you bid 3 spades, this does not promise points to your partner. It doesn't say, I've got 10 to 12 points. Because we are overcallers, East should respect the fact that we are bidding on fit, not values. We're bidding destructively, not constructively. It's incredibly important for the partnership to understand whether their bidding is based on points and or losers, constructive, or bidding on pure level of the fit, i.e. destructive. Another often useful example of bidding the level of the fit, i.e. destructive, is when you open a week 2 or a week 3. Very similar vibes to being an overcaller. It's destructive rather than constructive. Here, this hand is absolutely prime for a destructive bid, which is to bid straight to 3 spades, stops North from bidding 3 hearts, and forces them to have to bid 4 hearts instantly if they want to play in hearts, which they probably might feel is a touch too far. So, long story short, level of the fit, partner has 5 spades, I have 4, 5 plus 4 is 9, so I'm going to bid straight to 3 spades, even though my hand isn't very good. So, stop straight to 3 spades.